Welcome to my journey. We're going to take this and train it to compete in this. Yes, you heard right. This fat, unfit, middle-aged man is going to compete in the Cairns Ironman Triathlon 2024. That's a 3.8k swim, 180k bike ride, and a 42k run. Well, hopefully run. Starting 60 weeks out, you can follow me and see if I've got what it takes to make it all the way. Every week we'll have a new episode and you can see the highs and lows, all the tears, all the blood, all the sweat, and there'll be lots of sweat. I hope you join me and enjoy this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you do. We'll see you soon. Oh, and make sure if you see me out on the trail, say hi, give me some encouragement, or something like that. Hey everyone, just a quick update here in the data. So weight still coming down, only a kilo down, but still going in the right direction. My run's coming down really well. Very happy with the trajectory of all of my components actually. I'm almost at my initial run target and almost at my initial swim target, so very happy with those two, and just got to do a bit more work on my ride, getting my average speed up, but things tracking in the right direction, which is a great start, keeping things on track. Hey everyone, welcome to week 4, or 57 weeks away from Ironman 2024 Cairns. Been a good week so far. It was nice to have the whole of Sunday off. Body really needs a day off, I think, so we'll make sure that stays in the schedule from now on. Big week ahead as usual. My normal routine this week, I'm going to go through some of the gear that I use. Nothing particularly amazing, but always wanted to do a gear video, so I'm going to go through the gear that I use to make this Ironman a reality. And it'll probably change a little bit over time, no doubt, when I get closer to the triathlons, and probably want to get a Ironman suit. Not like the movie, but it's a suit you can swim, ride and run in rather than having to change or anything like that, so I'll be looking for one of those at some point. But did my ride this morning, 20k's, was a gentle one actually, because Lockie was with me. It's his first ride, he's doing the triathlon with me as well, so that's exciting. There goes Locke running off down the hill. It might be a while before I'm up to his level. But I'm faster than him on the bike, so I'll take that for now. I'm not sure how long it'll last though. So I just shared my video series thus far on Facebook yesterday, which was a big step for me, putting it out there in the true public. So had some good feedback so far, which is really nice. Happy about that. Always helps when you put the card in. So I promised that I'd go through my gear, and so let's do that. There's not a lot of gear that you need for a triathlon in general, but for an Ironman more specifically, I think probably the main thing that I use every day is my watch. I've got an Apple Watch Ultra. Probably don't need an Ultra, but I wanted to be able to swim and everything with mine without any issues, so it does everything. It tracks my swimming, my running, walking, riding, a whole lot. So, and it connects with the Strava app that I use, so it's really just a way to record everything that I'm doing. So
So, and obviously the Ultra watch is pretty durable, so it does get banged around a little bit from time to time. So I think having a good way to record your workouts, because at the end of the day you need to be able to track what you're doing. It's really important to be able to know whether you're getting better, you know, all that sort of stuff. So obviously there's lots of different options in that space. I looked at the Garmin stuff, but it was just as expensive as the Ultra watch and didn't connect to my iPhone as nicely. So anyway, that's probably the bit that gets used the most. Next will be my runners. You know, it's a lot of things you might be able to skimp on when you are doing a running or triathlon. Runners isn't one of them. Don't skimp on runners, especially when you're bigger. You need as much support and impact absorption that you can get, in all honesty. So mine are Asics. Asics have always been more supportive for me. So, but these are like running on a cloud basically. So very good for that sort of stuff. I don't know how many of them I'll go through in my training, but don't skimp on your runners. It's really just not worth it. I think that the hardest thing for me with runners is knowing when to get rid of them, when they've stopped being effective. But maybe someone's got some advice for me on that one. Next is my bike gear. Bike gear, wow, that's a open-ended check basically. It really depends how much you want to spend. My bike gear is quite expensive, but I was riding before I decided to do this, or I was riding a little bit before I decided to do this, and I actually enjoy riding. So my bike gear is really good. I've got clip-ons. I love I love riding really. I ride by myself though. Like, I don't ever ride in a group or peloton of riders going along the road, taking the whole road up. That's not me, so no hate please. I don't know why I like riding. It's just that's my brain unwind. But there's no limit to how much you can spend here. The only thing that changes really, like my Trek bike is not cheap, but I spent a lot of time on it, and the basic rule of thumb is the more money you spend, the easier it is to ride. And when I say easier, I mean it's less friction, everything moves easier, so that you have to put less power in to get the same result. And obviously there's a big difference from a $1,000 bike to a $10,000 bike. And you just need to spend what you need to spend in that space. I didn't start out on this bike. I have an old giant bike that was what I started on, which was much cheaper than this. So, but I knew I liked riding, so this one's got electric gears. It's a beautiful bike and it's beautiful to ride. And it could be just in my head, really truly, but I feel faster on this bike. So we'll see if that actually pans out. But it certainly seems to me like I've got more, I get more power out of it. And at the end of the day, half this race is in your head. So as for other pieces of equipment, I just use cheap running shorts, whatever t-shirt I've got. The only other thing that and I don't have any pictures of it here, is my swimming gear, but I don't have expensive goggles. I have some knee-length speedos, like bike short style speedos, which I wasn't really sure about when I first bought them, but they actually are really fantastic. And I have the little floaty that I use right now, so nothing fancy in the swimming department or with the other bits and pieces that I use. It's actually quite if you take the bike out of it, it's actually a very cheap sport to participate in. And as I said, you actually pick up second-hand bikes relatively cheaply. You just need to make sure it gets fitted to you properly. But that's really all of my equipment. I will probably get some new stuff as things get closer, things that make transitions easier and stuff like that in terms of the Ironman or in the triathlon. But for right now, that's it. I hope you enjoyed seeing my equipment.
So, final update for the week. It's been a good week. I only missed one session after dropping my parents at Bowen with the caravan. I missed my run that night, but everything else has gone really well. It's been a good week. Feeling strong, although everything's very sore still. I don't know, maybe that'll never stop, who knows. So, have a good week, look after yourselves, and remember that you're the miracle. And I'll see you next week.